Hey guys, okay, so my client today, I'm gonna have you tilt back just slightly. My client to not that far. All right, so but with that being said, let me introduce myself for those of you who are new to my channel. I am Crystal from Elite Hair Care. This client here is a part of my phase how to fix damaged hair. So my client came in today and got what we call a corrective relaxer. Before we did the corrective relaxer, we did a consultation, and that is when she informed me that she had a few bald spots, and we don't really know where they came from or how they got there. The only thing that we do know is that she had been doing sew-ins or protective styles for quite some time, and her braiding pattern typically went in this direction, which is exactly where, just a little bit back, exactly where her balding or patches have started. So this is at the phase of her hair actually growing back or attempting to grow back. So what we're going to do today is, unfortunately, because it's kind of high up, I am still going to give her what we call a corrective cut because it is broken in so many different areas. But we're not going to cut too much, only because we want to use as much or keep as much length as we can to keep this area covered until it begins growing in, and then we will take the issue there and just go farther and farther and farther until she is just back in a great place, which will take time because this area is definitely bald at this point, but it is growing back. So that is a good sign because it's not scarred. So I don't think that it is a form of alopecia. Well, let me not say that. It is a form of alopecia, but it's more traction alopecia and not like areata or totalis or anything of that sort. It's just traction. So I can tell that the area is not dead. She does have some transparent hairs here, so maybe this area might be one of those areas where we'll have a little more trouble growing it back. But in the interim, we did talk about some products that she can utilize through the Elite Hair Care line going forward. And then we're going to pair that with some amazing hair care. And she's going to do her due diligence at home with some at-home care, especially utilizing the products and just going from there. Yes, this is an issue right now, but it can be an issue that we can repair with proper home hair care, in-salon hair care, good products, that kind of thing. So that's what we're going to do going forward. So one of the products that she did come in for, which she did put on her appointment, is that she wanted the growth elixir. So I'm going to turn you guys this way for a second. So let me explain something about how my products work. Growth elixir is one of those products that I've had for a couple of years. It is one of those products that is about 70% Jamaican black castor oil, 100% Jamaican black castor oil. I sourced it from my country, Jamaica. Okay. It also has some other essential oils in there that are amazing for hair growth specifically. Now, when she came in, I told her to get, well, let me back up. When she came in, she wanted to get the growth elixir. But when I saw the issue, growth elixir is not what I would recommend because she needs something definitely stronger that has more properties than the growth elixir offers. So in her case, with the situation that she's dealing with where it's actually bald, I recommended the extra strength Goddess Hair Repair Serum because it's, number one, a lot more potent. Number two, it will help to fix other issues and not just growth, because yes, that hair is coming in, but that hair is going to come in very fine textured because it's a traumatic spot. It's a problem that came from trauma, so we need to treat it as such, right? So she's actually going to be getting the extra strength Goddess Hair Repair Serum and not the growth elixir. And I recommended that specifically because I know what each product can do. And while the growth elixir is great, she's relaxed, number one, so it's going to be too heavy for her. And number two, I want her to also get some hair repair in this process that we're going to go through, this journey, and not just growth. Growth is great. We can get growth from protective styles, right? But you can't get repair and strength from these same things. So that's the reason why I recommended the extra strength Goddess Hair Repair Serum. But we're going to go back to getting this damaged head just taken care of, guys. So come with me on this journey, okay? Okay. So first things first, she has gotten her relaxer. We used a very mild relaxer, mild strength. A corrective relaxer is, or a restorative relaxer is basically going through and fixing areas that were under relaxed or not touched at all in between new growth. So that's what we did today, and then we're gonna go from there. So we're gonna start with the blow dryer. You guys won't hear me speaking much while I'm blow drying. When it comes to the cut and the style, then we'll chat. Okay, so we've gotten through the blow dry phase. Now let me back up a little bit. Before we did the blow dry phase, she did go under the dryer and dry about 60 to 70% of the way. And now we are going to, that's when we go into blow drying her to dry her the remainder of the way. So most people will want to start cutting with her hair just like this. That's a no-no. That is a no-no, okay? I do not cut hair that is partially textured, partially straight. I don't do that. So what we're gonna do is we're going to silk her quickly just to get the hair straight enough so we can see everything. And that's something that I do with all of my clients if they're not already bone straight, which typically is not the case. What I just go through and just silk them ever so quickly so that I have an even playing ground. And this is how I'm able to actually see the extent of the breakage as well, because she did get a fresh relaxer. So sometimes everything will mesh right in with each other. I can't see everything there. So now I can tell where she has a little more breakage than others. Like certain places, at first it looked like it was all in one place, and it's not. She has breakage in different areas as well. So we're gonna work to just get her taken care of all the way around. So all I'm doing now is just silking her out. So just a little bit for me. I'm taking big sections. I'm not silking her to style her. This is more like preliminary work, but it also helps me going forward because I won't have to silk her again when it comes on to the style phase. So I can kind of tell as I'm silking that most of her damage is right here. The front and the sides, they are a little sparse. That comes from, of course, protective styling and utilizing leave out. And, you know, we do a lot more to the front of our hair than the back of our head. So I can kind of tell that, you know, the extent of the damage came from some sort of trauma in that area and not just a situation where it's alopecia. Alopecia itself, outside of traction alopecia, let me say that the right way. Outside of traction alopecia, alopecia does not start this way. It'll typically start right here, or you'll have patches behind the ear, the nape of the neck, that kind of thing. The way this kind of patching is going on, I can tell that it was just merely trauma to that area, and it got kind of bad, depending on how much or how they braided her hair, how it was taken out. That happens. I've cut my hair out too, taking my own sewings out. So, you know, the back of the head, I'm prone to this. Oh, you're welcome. So with us also silking before we do the actual cut, it gives you a chance to analyze the head a little bit more, see where she has strength, where she has weaknesses. It gives you an idea of, you know, what kinds of cutting you may be able to do, what areas you might have to over direct and utilize this hair from this hair, that kind of thing. But you also want to make sure that when you're doing stuff like this, where you're repairing hair or repairing hair through cutting, that kind of thing, just make sure that you give your client something that they can manage. My go-to typically is no shorter than a bob, unless the damage is just to the extent where I have to go lower than a bob. For a person who is not used to short hair, you can't give them something that they have never used before. Oh, you want me to, what did you please give the steps for her home hair care regimen? Okay, so I'll give you the steps once more. With her, I'm gonna turn this way because I don't want you guys all in her face, right? I love her question. Okay, so with her, sorry guys, I'm just not exposing her like that today. She's gonna go home with the extra strength. Well, she's not really going home with it. She's gonna order it because I'm sold out in the salon. She's going to order the extra strength Goddess Hair Repair Serum. She'll also get instructions on wash day when I don't see her. Typically, she'll be in here every 2 weeks in the midst of us doing this grow out and hair care. But guess what? Life happens. So if she misses her 2 weeks, she needs to know how to take care of her hair at home. So she'll go home with instructions on how to do her wash day, which wash day consists of shampooing once with a clarifying shampoo, twice with a moisture shampoo. When you are doing home care, I do not recommend strengthening at home. I prefer to do strengthening in the salon. So she will work on moisture at home. So she'll be utilizing a moisturizing shampoo and a moisturizing mask. You heard me say mask. Masks are thicker than typical conditioners. So that means that it will be utilized as a treatment and not just a conditioner. She will put it on her hair for 15 to 30 minutes, depending on if she has a sit under dryer. If she does, it'll be 15 minutes. If she doesn't, it'll be 30 minutes. Yep. She was asking specifically, do I have certain products that I recommend? So outside of the hair repair serum, I definitely would utilize, you can hear me? Of course you can hear me. I definitely utilize a good shampoo. For me, Corrective has a great line of shampoos. Who else do I like? That you can get retail based. Outside of Corrective, because Corrective is more retail and professional, Bronner Brothers is also a great line, but that is very hard to get unless you get it through a stylist, and I don't have it anymore. So I probably just say Corrective. Just utilize Corrective when you're not seeing me, and then when you see me is when we'll use, you know, the more professional stuff that you can't purchase. Let's see what the questions are. Hi, love. I do have a question, not related to this case, but I'm 38. My hair is thinner. Would you recommend a specific product for your line? If you're 38, your hair is thin. It depends on the reason why it's thinning. If it's thinning because of traction alopecia, which is like what she has going on, then you can utilize either the extra strength Goddess Hair Repair Serum or the regular strength. Extra strength gives you growth, strengthening, and repair, versus the regular strength is just strengthening and repair. Or if it's thinning because of age, hormonal thinning, that kind of thing, I'd also contribute what we call, and this is for you too, this is called Astonish. It is a hair, skin, and nail vitamin. It is 100% natural. You can do up to 2 in a day. I typically recommend 1 a day whenever you're utilizing the Astonish. It comes with 60 capsules, so this is 2 times a month. It is a all-natural hair, skin, and nail vitamin that you can utilize. Now, here's the thing with vitamins. Vitamins strengthen the hair that's coming out, not the hair that's already out. So that is going to benefit the new growth. so that that new growth is very healthy, and that new growth has the nutrients that it's lacking, right? With, of course, with, she's like, with water. Of course, with water. So definitely include a hair, skin, and nail vitamin in your regimen. And then outside of that, now if you have a sensitivity to CBD, which I'm answering the person that asked that question before, then you can utilize the growth elixir. That formula does not have CBD in it, but it is great for growth specifically, and it does help with moisture repair. Outside of that, I am a Goddess Hair Repair Serum crackhead. Okay? Crackhead, okay? Right. Sorry, but that's just me, okay? So I hope that answered your question. One more question if there's any. No, there isn't more. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get into her cut here. So I've silked her out. You guys can kind of tell exactly where she's about to get cut. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to put on my cutting vest. Even though I don't need it, I want you to be able to differentiate from this black cape. And this gives you an even playing ground. I'm gonna put this around your neck, okay, Mama? There we go. So it gives you a better view of what we're doing. Where do you find professional grade hair care products for kinky hair? I'm licensed and not finding any. Bronner Brothers is a great line. I actually have been an educator for them for over 4 years, and that is my go-to. I also utilize Mazzani ThermoSmooth, even though it's for silkening. I actually like it as a hair care product because it has more properties than just UV and heat protection. So I like Mazzani specifically for my natural clients. Affirm, which is their hydration, and Humecto. Those are also great for Bronner Brothers. It would be the 10-in-1 and the herbal moisturizing shampoo, which their name is now Bronner Brothers Professional. So you can't purchase their products in store anyway. So those are my go-tos for now. And then I also have my own shampoo and conditioner coming out that will be specific to hair repair and growth. But I can't really tell you it just yet. I gave the deets to my YouTube crew, so you guys are the first to hear. It will be available within the next couple months, and specifically it's going to be catered towards exactly what I'm doing right now, and it includes CBD in it. Yep. Okay. All right, so we're gonna get started. You guys know my trusty clippers, my handy dandy clippers. Okay. So we're gonna start and give her a guide, or give myself a guide. So I'm going to look at the front. My front will determine exactly where my guide really would be. And because her front is a little more sparse, I'm not giving her a Betty Boop bob. Please, we're not doing that. But even though her hair is broken here, and you're like, oh, okay, we can just take it right there. No, I'm going to take it a little bit higher because I'm going to give her a level playing ground that she can actually have a style and still feel confident in her haircut. So tilt forward for me. I am going to actually take her to about right here. That's where I'm going to take her. All right, so we're done with the clippers. We've started our guide. Go ahead and take your shears. And don't forget, we have our little area in here, right? So back just a little bit for me. So I'm not going to cut too much, but here's what I am going to do. I am going to give her a little bit of layering, because with this slight layering, what it will do is raise the hair off and take away that weight down here and put some of the weight here, so to give her body where you won't really notice the fact that there is a hole there. That is the goal. You don't want to give her something that's gonna say bloop, and then when the breeze blows, it looks like a toupee. We're not going for toupees. We're not in that. We're not Donald Trump, okay? So what I'm going to do is just give her a slight graduation, just so we can give her something else to attract the eye to. And we're gonna do our little trick here, just to give her some asymmetry in the front, which Basically, you put the hair behind the ear and you layer it from there. And then we're going to give her a little bit of layering here. So you can do this one of two ways. You can do it at a blunt 90-degree cut, or you can do it with notching. I prefer notching, especially for situations like hers, excluding in the front. I don't do notching in the front because I want to keep as much weight as I possibly can. Will it grow back? She has pretty hair though, and it's doing great. It will grow back. It looks very promising. She has some spots that have transparent hairs that I do feel those areas have trauma, but I do see it. Sorry guys. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. The phone froze. I'm back. This part off of her. All right. So far, we have completed this portion and her left side of her head. So for the right side, are you okay with the camera? Yeah. Okay, she's good. All right. So what we're gonna do over here is, number one, let's go ahead and get her asymmetry correct, which this is actually making her hair already look 9 times better. Oh, and I forgot to mention, for those of you who are on my live today, it is July the 3rd. Today starts my Independence Day sale. So from July the 3rd, 2019 to July the 5th, everything is up to 40% off, already marked down. All the products you hear me talking about, excluding my secret shampoo and conditioner, they are already marked down. So you go to EliteHairCareUSA.com and you'll be able to shop and get whatever products you need if you are looking for any. So on this side, we are literally going to slight graduation on this side. I'll tell you why. She has more damage on this portion of the head than she does this portion of the head. So what I don't want to do is make it even easier for that hair to go poof, right? So I'm only giving her minimal graduation on this side because I do need a little more hair to lay in that area. And then in her front here, we kind of have free range with her front because it is actually very full, excluding down here that's a little more sparse, but we are working with what we have. I'm not going to mess with her bangs too much either because I actually like her bangs. Her bangs are nice and full. So I want to just keep as much hair as I possibly can. Do you have experience with the Joico K-Pack products? If so, what are your thoughts? I have not used the K-Pack products. Joico actually gave me a testing kit to try that I haven't gotten a chance to try yet. But when I do try it, I will just do a review on it on my channel. But in regards to the K-Pack, I have not messed with the K-Pack. I've heard of it, but I have not messed with it. All right. Could you guys believe that we're done with our cut? I think I did what, like 4 minutes of cutting? Like 4 minutes of cutting, and look at the difference. Can you swing your hair for me? Yes, girl. Swing again, honey. Yes, can you tell she has a bald spot other than the fact that it just peeped out after swinging extremely hard? Swing it again. Let's do it again. You see what a haircut can do? This is what a haircut can do. Mind you, we have all of this going on. The world does not know that. All right, so we're going to use a little bit of our Goddess Frizz Tamer and Shine Serum. Literally that much. You guys know a little goes a long way. If you've been watching, you know exactly what I mean. How does it smell? She says it smells good. All right, so we're going to put some there. And then here's what we're also going to do. I'm going to put a little bit of our extra strength Goddess Hair Repair Serum right in this area. But what I'm not going to do is make it heavy. Okay, so I'm going to use just a little bit. Literally a drop. Okay, so tilt back for me. You take a drop here, massage it in. I am not touching her longer hair on purpose. Okay, you don't want to make your hair heavy. I'll take another drop here. I messed around and got some there, and then I'll put another drop here because this is a bigger space. Okay, using a different finger, I'm going to massage it in. So massaging stimulates the blood flow. Okay? That's what massaging does. So you're going to massage it in. Massage it in. It is a leave-on treatment, so there's no rinsing it off. And I am now going to, me personally, I'm going to spray my hands with alcohol because I have oil on them. And I don't want to go and touch her hair again with oily hands. So that's the reason why I'm doing that, to help remove that oil, because I don't want to make her hair heavy. But I have still treated that area for today. All right. So hands dry, cool. We're gonna go ahead and spray a little bit of our Sebastian Shaper, and then we'll start with our styling part. Let's see, do I have any questions? No, okay. Stephanie said nice cut. Thank you. Thanks. So guys, I like to do these videos because it gives me a chance to show the world, like, people who think that all is lost. It's not. If you know or go to the right place at the right time and you just do your due diligence, it's not lost. You don't have to just cut it off. And most stylists will tell her, like, girl, you probably need to just cut that off. You don't have to cut it off. I didn't cut it off. I didn't cut it off. She got a slight cut. And she still has a good amount of length. So all is not lost. All right, so we're just doing a little bit of bump. And I'm actually gonna switch my iron over to my ceramic 2-inch, only because I want a bigger bump. And I don't want to use too much titanium heat on her hair. It's already a little dehydrated as it is. So I'm using ceramic, which is a little more diffused. All right. Is this going to be cut off? Hold on, guys. I think my girl cut off. I hope not. All right, so we're going to plug her in elsewhere. Let's do that. Okay, there we go. We're back. So at this point, we can start our vertical parting with diagonal or vertical curling. Why? If anyone can tell me why, you'll get a free frizz tamer and shine serum. So I want you to comment why you think I am doing diagonal curling and parting at this point. And if you've been watching my videos, you know this. So the first person to answer correctly, you will get a free frizz tamer and shine serum. Let's see, because it adds volume. Ding, ding, ding. Yes, Lisette Stevenson. Yes, girl, you know your stuff. You know your stuff. Okay, Lisette. Lisette is the winner. She is correct because it adds volume. That is correct. So Lisette, if you could please, trying to think how you can get your information. Okay, follow me on Instagram, which is Elite Hair Care USA, and then DM me your address, and I will get your frizz tamer and shine serum out to you. So yes, the vertical or diagonal parting and curling creates volume without even trying. Cheryl, you are also correct to give some texture. Deshauna, diagonal curling gives a fuller look. You are also correct. Tyrone, nice to meet you. I watched a few of your videos before. Thank you, Tyrone. I appreciate you. So we are almost done. And this hair is looking amazing, by the way. Absolutely stunning. Look at that. Absolutely. Yes. you. All right, so we're gonna do the remainder of her front here. Flip forward for me. So you guys should be able to see her graduation, right? Even though, yes, she's graduating. Oh, but you should be able to see the graduation from here. So I'm gonna style this last little piece here, and then I want you to tell me if you can see the graduation. This is how you can also check your angles in your cut, by just having your client tilt their head forward, and it'll tell you if your graduation is right, if your cut is correct. And I already can see where I do need to go back and trim it slightly. And that's how you'll know. Yes, honey. My husband hates when I do that. I'm like, he hates it. Like, hates it. All right, so this piece we're not going to curl diagonally. I'm going to actually just give it a slight bump, only because I want to add some more volume to this lower area here. I want some more weight. That's better. So then we'll start with our diagonal partings and curling up here. Keep your tension until you get to the last piece of hair. All right, so we're almost done. This is like my favorite thing to do, if you guys don't know this by now. Like, I enjoy these kind of haircuts because it allows me to really think on my toes, because none of these cuts will ever be the same. Even when you think they're the same, every problem is different. So you're working to basically work magic in more ways than one. Okay. So if anyone, I want somebody to, or this comb. So would you use this comb, which is the shorter teeth, or this comb, which has the wide teeth? Which would you use to comb out her hair? Let's see who knows. Second comb. Good job, brown sugar. The wider comb. The wider comb. Yes, everyone thinks that. The one with the pick. Yes. Longer, wider teeth. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Everyone is right. Everyone is saying the wider tooth comb. Yes. Why? Because if I use this comb, it's going to take the volume out of the style. It's too close together. So it's going to make everything look exactly the same. Right? This comb allows movement, and it keeps the volume in her hair naturally without me having to use any sprays and oils and all these kind of styling products. If you notice, I use minimal styling products. All right, tilt down for me. So we're going to work with, ooh, that looks beautiful. We're going to work with this comb here. So as I was saying before, the reason why I kept a little bit of graduation is because I want to take the emphasis from looking in this spot right here. I want it to be here. I want you to focus on what's going on here. Sometimes that's all we can do because that spot is so wide. I can't take more hair from the front of her head. She's not going to have any left to style in the front. She won't have any left. So I have to utilize what she has to make this work. So that is the reason why I want to give so much emphasis down here that you're like, oh, okay, she got something going on in there, but wow, this is nice. That's all you need. That's all you need. All right, so then we're going to do her front, same thing, give her some pimp. Look at that. That's really nice. Look at that. If you saw her before when she came in, guys, wow. Just wow.
Hey, it's the 4th of July.
She's about to be bomb for 4th of July.
Okay.
We're dropping fireworks.
And the
Yes.
oil smells good, so I can smell it.
Thank you. She says the oil smells good. So here's a little oomph that you can add to her style, right? I know it's a very slight oomph. But you see this little piece right here? Ooh, this tilt this way for me. This little piece right here. What you can do is take your flat iron and flip it slightly. So now, cut it for me. When her hair touches this area, it just gives her that ooh. So if she leans her head this way and it looks on her shoulder, it just shows that, okay, she has a little point. I know it's like, it's some people like, okay. I'm telling you, it makes a difference when a person is looking at their style. You can almost see that, oh my gosh, like that's an asymmetrical bob. You're creating that look. I know people look like crazy sometimes, but I like that stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and move this baby around. Now what you can also do, if you're afraid of the breeze blowing, because she does have that spot there, you'll take a little bit of a light hold spray, Sebastian Shaper. I'm not getting paid for this, but I use this. I've been using this since Cosmo School. You take a little and you literally go back and forth in this one area. Not too much, but this is going to allow her to still be able to wrap it, but that hair won't move too much when the breeze blows. So that gives her the ability to not have buildup, and her hair will stay in place in that area. Just like a regular wrap.
Okay.
Yeah. Her question was, how would she wrap her hair? Like a normal wrap. That part is not rocket science. So you'll brush it down in the front. Actually, I put a wrap video on my IGTV. You can watch it. So for those of you who want to know how to wrap hair, there is a video on my YouTube page that I uploaded today. And it's also on my IGTV that you can watch it too. It's really self-explanatory, really, really easy. Where are you located? I just love your work. I am in Orlando, Florida. I've been in Orlando, Florida since I was a child. I'll start doing pop-ups soon. Right now, I'm not doing any. So I'm going to put a little bit of our CBD-infused black edge tamer on her hairline. Okay, this is charcoal color. And you know what? I'm going to bring you guys even closer. I'm going to give you the deets all in her face. So you're going to take a little bit of the edge tamer. This is going to help mask the sparseness in her hairline, but it is also going to give her a superior hold and shine. Okay, and then you take our edge brush, and then all we're doing is just literally brushing that baby in. Just brush it in, people. Just like that. So it doesn't look smudgy, but it gives her some oomph.
Some edges.
Yes, it gives her the appearance of beautiful edges. And then on this side, we're not going to give her that little flip. Okay, showing the world. Okay. So you guys can see. And you see what I meant by just that little... Yes, girl. Give them attitude. Okay. Oh my gosh. And then you just basically just gave her some layers lightly in the front. Give her that shag cut. Oh, girl, come over to Petersburg home.
I know that's right.
All right, people. So once again, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Crystal. I am the owner of Elite Hair Care USA. Please, please, please hit the subscribe button down below. Thanks, you guys. I really appreciate everybody for all your love and support. But I'm about to go and celebrate my 4th of July now, so I got to go. I just joined in. Can someone tell me what happened to her hair? Annette, I'm actually about to upload this video, and then you can go and watch it, Annette. Okay? I love you guys. Peace out.